Hi there, this is Benga Olatunji. Welcoming you to another exciting episode. Today, we're going to be looking at a very, very simple and important strategy. And if you're able to wait for the next few minutes and you pay attention to what I'll be explaining to you, you are going to elevate your trading game. And I'm assuring you that if everything we'll be talking about here today is being applied correctly, we're going to make money from trading. And it's a very simple strategy, it's a very simple logic. So it's called the candlestick, the simple candlestick formation, using simple candlestick formation to place trades. So we're going to look at it from my own perspective, how I make use of candlestick confirmation in my everyday trading life. How do I use candlestick confirmation and I still make money? There are some people that feel like using candlestick confirmation is not enough. It's actually enough. So we're going to be looking at that. So stick with me and let's dive right into it. Now, the first thing you should note is for you to place a buy or to place a sell, you must have selected or picked a particular valid support or resistance level. So that's the number one key to trading. So after picking your support level or your resistance level, it is now left for you to confirm whether this support level or resistance level is going to hold. So for you to take a sell from resistance, you must have confirmed that yes, this resistance level, I believe the sellers here are going to push price downward. And for the support level, you must confirm that the buyers present at the support level, they are ready to push price to the upside. So without taking much of our time, let's look at how I make use of simple candlestick confirmation strategy. So the first thing I do is I identify my zone. Okay, so let's try and clear this off. Let me make use of this current price action now. For me now, the first thing I'll determine is okay, what I'm looking at here, am I seeing a bearish trend or a bullish trend? And clearly you can see that price was heading to the downside here. So clearly this is a bearish trend. So in a bearish trend, all you need to look out for is your resistance. You have no business with marking your support. Okay, so now because you're seeing a bearish trend, if you look at it, you have this main high led to this break, right? And then price created a slope. So this is our current recent structure. You can say current structure, recent structure, whatever name you want to give to it. So let's say before this actually happened, this is what I would do. For drawing your resistance, you must connect at least two swing eyes. So we have this eye, we have this eye. So I will connect these two now for me to be able to enter another trade, to get an entry. So let's say I mark this. I've been able to connect this eye and then this eye, right? So for me to enter another sell, it would have to mean that price approach this trend line resistance for me to sell. But now, this is where candlestick confirmation comes in. You don't just sell because price is touching your marked resistance or your marked support. You must sell or buy from resistance or support level, as the case may be, when price gives you confirmation for sale. Okay, when price gives you the confirmation to do that. All right, so now what do I do here? The first thing I do is I mark my uh, zones on higher time frame. That is the logic. I mark my zones on higher time frame and I look for candlestick confirmation on lower time frame. All right, so this is 4-hour time frame now. This GBP USD. I've marked my trend line resistance. So if we should expand this chart, the next thing is for me to wait for a candlestick confirmation by the time price approach this my drawn trend line resistance. So it means here now I have to look for a candlestick that will confirm a sell for me. So you can read more on different types of candlestick confirmation. For sells, you can have bearish engulfing, you can have bearish hammer, you can have the dojis, all these are going to give you confirmation for sale. And for buy, bullish engulfing, it can be a railway track pattern, different candlestick confirmation like that. You can read more on that. So for this now, let's look at the possible candlestick confirmation that we must have gotten to confirm a sell for us on this GBP USD trade. Okay, so this is 4 hour. I'll go to, let's go to like 2 hours time frame. If you look at 2 hour time frame, you can see this perfect candle here formation here. This is a bearish engulfing candlestick formation. Okay, we have the sell candle totally engulfing the buy candle. So it means after getting this confirmation, I would enter my sell from here immediately after the close of that candle. My sell from here, my stop loss by this next high that was created, this high, and then I'll target this low. That is how I would have entered this particular trade. This is like 1 to 3 RR trade. So let's say you didn't make use of this 2 hours confirmation. Let's mark the entry. Let's use a line to mark where I would have entered from. So this will be our point of entry for the 2 hours entry. Let's go to say 1 hour now. For 1 hour, I would probably use this as my entry because you can see this spinning top, this candle here. So it means the more you refine your time frame, most likely you are going to get a better entry. Okay, you cannot compare this 2 hours entry now to this one. This is better, which means we would have entered at a better price compared to someone waiting on the 2 hours time frame. Okay, so let's see if something better can come up on 30 minutes. So if you're looking at 30-minute time frame, I think it still falls within the same entry as the one we checked previously, the 1 hour time frame. So let's check 15-minute time frame. But then you don't want to go to very low time frames because of noise. The lower you go, the more noise you're going to be seeing. What do I mean by more noise? The more candlestick, the more confusion start to set in. So for this now, you get a slightly better entry. You can see all these rejection candles, this spinning top or dojis, whichever name you want to call them. So you will have gotten a slightly better entry on 15-minute time frame. So that is for a simple approach to using a candlestick confirmation. Yeah, I can hear someone say, wow, it is as simple as that. It is as simple as that. All you need to do is make sure they are trading in the direction of trend. All right, you make sure you mark your zones of support or resistance on higher time frame, and then just wait for price. That patience must be there. You must have patience. Allow price to trade back into that your mark zone and wait for candlestick confirmation on lower time frame. And that is all you need to do. So let's look at something else. I can see if we look at this particular trade right here, we discover that we were bullish at a point. This is the part I'm trying to talk about. We're bullish at a point. So after the bullishness, first touch, second touch, third touch, fourth touch. So one thing you need to note about support and resistance is the more the touch of the zone, the weaker that zone becomes. Okay, so for me, if you're following this trend now, you enter this, you wait for two lows to be connected before you mark the third one. So this would be your point of entry if you are following this bias. Okay, so let's see if there is any candlestick that would have confirmed the buy for us. Let's quickly just check on 1 hour and see if we can get that. So on the 1 hour time frame, If you check very well, you can see a rejection candle right on top of this support level. So which means you would enter your buy from here, your stop loss by this swing low, and you can target probably 1 to 3 or something like that, and you hit your TP. So that is for this particular one. Now, after the third touch, the ideal thing is for you to avoid taking any other buy. Yes, this fourth one happened, but it becomes lower in probability the more price touch the zone that you marked. Okay, so what can you do now? Look at this. The next thing after multiple touches for you to wait for a breakout or for market to just take out that trend line support that we have here. Sometimes price will do something like this to try to take out liquidity, those that are still trying to buy from that trend line support, and then keep buying, and we'll call this fake out. And sometimes it will give you a breakout. So what happened based on this? We could see a breakout to the downside. So once you see a breakout to the downside, price is telling you that it has changed bias from this current bullish to a bearish again. And what you call your trend line support here now, we now change to what we call a resistance. All right. So the whole of this zone, everything inside of here, it's your resistance zone. Everything right here. So anytime price trades into any zone around here, you should know that you ought to be waiting for a rejection, right? So this is now our resistance level. So what happened? Price approached this resistance level and gave us a particular confirmation inside here. If you're making use of this 1 hour time frame now, you discover that this is a bearish engulfing candle. Then you have your entry from somewhere around here. After the close of the candle, probably you place your stop loss by this high, and you can target 1 to 3, a major swing low. You can target this swing low right here, because this is just the start of the reversal move, of the sell move. Price has been bullish for a while, and you should know that once price change bias, at least it's going to sell for a very long time before it decides to change again to probably buy. So that is why you can target this major swing low. All right. Now that is for someone that is waiting on 60 minutes for confirmation. This will be your entry. For someone waiting on, let's say, 30-minute entry for confirmation, let's see if the person could have gotten a better entry. So let's expand this. Definitely, the person would have gotten a better entry. If you look at this is a bearish hammer. You can even see this doji. So everything inside of here would have given you a very good confirmation. This would be the entry for someone waiting on 30 minutes. So you can see the difference that going to a lower time frame can make in terms of candlestick confirmation. I wasn't using lower time frame to draw my trend line, to draw my horizontal support or resistance or whatever. I was only using the lower time frame as candlestick confirmation. Okay, I would have entered this trade while someone waiting on 1 hour will still be waiting for his own candle to fully form. So that is why sometimes it's better to wait on the lower time frame for your candlestick confirmation. So that is the simple approach to using the candlestick confirmation trading strategy. It is as simple as that. So there's no point in you learning 5 strategies at a time. You can work with this. The first thing is look at the direction of price. Is it going to the upside or to the downside? Mark your zones. Is it a support level? If price is selling, mark your resistance level. If price is buying into the upside, mark your support level. Then wait for price to approach that level that you have marked again. All right. And once price trades into that zone, go to the lower time frame and get a candlestick to confirm your buy or to confirm your sell. So like I said, you can read further on different candlestick pattern, different confirmation, whether it's hammer, a doji, a pin bar, whatever name you give to it. Just try and pick 1 or 2 candlestick confirmation, and then you are good to go. So this is one of the strategies that is very easy to trade and that can make you money trading the global financial market. Yes, you can make use of this trading the forex market, trading the cryptocurrency market. So anyone you want to apply it to. So because it is a price action trading strategy, you are reading price. You are actually not cramming patterns or whatnot. You are trading what you're seeing on the chart. So if you are still here, it means you have learned something. So please drop a like, drop a comment, share with your friends, and I'll see you in the next trading lesson. Thank you. Bye.